got this.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 2012. I am your host, Joe Cool 798, and I'm here with my dad, aka Matrix Lord 212.
Hello.
And I'm also here with Ray.
What's going on, everyone?
Aka Paranormal Ripples.
Ripples.
So, we're here for the finale of Doctor Who Season 2, Season 17 or 18, whatever the fuck we're up to. I already cursed. Doesn't matter.
That's okay. You're the host.
Yeah.
I don't know. By the way, I don't know if your intro, because even though it said a timer, it went back to 0. So I don't know if it captured your whole beginning, unfortunately.
Can I check?
You just do it again.
We're going to just do it.
Do it again.
Do it again?
Yeah, because we don't know. I don't know.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 2012. I am your host, Joe Cool 798. I'm here with my dad, aka Matrix Lord 212.
What's up?
And also here with Ray, aka Paranormal Ripples.
I guess we're in the mood for reshoots again.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess. We're here to talk about Reality War, the finale of Doctor Who, and what everybody's thoughts on it are. So I'm not going to go first. I'm going to let Ray go first because I already know my dad's thoughts on the episode, aka a 2-minute video of whatever that was.
It was the Italian coming out of him.
It was very an angry reaction. Let's put it that way.
Well, where do we start? I enjoyed the opening with the unit and everything. I enjoyed how it was all unit based. And then when it got onto Nirani's base of operations, that's when it started turning the ship. Because we didn't even see the Rani for nearly 5 minutes. She got eaten. Omega was built up to be like Sutek last season and dead in like 5 minutes again. So what the fuck happened there? I don't have a clue.
I don't even agree because Sutek actually was built up to. Sutek actually had to build up the entire season. Omega we heard about last episode.
Yeah, that's not fair. I feel.
So I still think it was really cool. I think what they did with him was really cool and really interesting because from what I understand, I don't really remember all of Classic Who stuff, but I don't think he has a form.
He
did. He technically does.
Okay, so like he had an armor on, but he was empty underneath.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, then he tried to get a body, and then he copied the Doctor's body, and then.
But like Ncuti said, he took the form of the legend of Omega.
Correct, like a creature, yeah.
Yes. Which is cool.
Yeah, I like Mel and Nirani's interaction. I loved that banter there.
Yeah, I did. I wish there was a bit more about that, though.
Yeah, we didn't get enough of it. That's what I mean. And then.
I get Connor.
Connor is awake. Yeah. And then obviously we got onto Ncuti being Lord and Savior apparently of the console by putting the regeneration energy into there again. And then we have Billy Piper regenerating and if you don't know, and the clothes changing again, which I still can't understand why her clothes changed. Was it every time now the Doctor after bi-generation is going to fucking change clothes?
Did she change clothes?
No.
Yeah.
I went back and rewatched it.
I watched it like twice, and I don't think she did.
It's very subtle, but you can see it. You can see it just going on her shoulders.
She's still wearing the blue pinstriped thing. I think the white is the undershirt, because I think the undershirt's white, isn't it? On what Ncuti's wearing.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have to look at it.
Connor, you met my son Joe, right?
Like briefly years ago, I think. Yeah,
a while ago.
Okay. Joe's gonna host the show from now on when he can.
Because somebody else is done with Doctor Who for the time being.
I mean, you did say like 4 hours ago that it was like the last one, and now
right.
But
I still am that. Okay, so I'm still that way, and I went for a walk It's today's food shopping day, and then Sharon wanted to see what happened with Doctor Who, and she was talking to me. She's trying to talk me. I made some videos while she's talking. She's trying to talk me to watch it again and not give it up and stuff like that. And so
I also
right now
agree though. Like
Yeah.
I think it's kind of absurd because I am 26 and I've always watched Doctor Who from the day I was born because of him. And for him to tell me that he's not watching the show anymore, it's kind of wild.
It is wild.
But here's my theory, right? In loosely based things, I may be just coping with it because I really like Ncuti a lot. I don't think he's done. Because in the past, when they've done these things with these regenerations on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel, they've always immediately switched the Doctor to the new Doctor, and they've had that filmed already. They don't have that right now. Ncuti's not in it, but there is no Billy Piper. So either they like pushed him out and they just don't have it filmed, which has never been done before, because even when Capaldi was in, Jodie was in, even freaking Tennant for 14 for a month or two, he had it. And when Ncuti had it, he had it. We don't have one right now. It's just blank regeneration noises and just Doctor Who logo. I don't think he's officially done because I think there's still reality stuff that whatever. And they did keep mentioning that the gods play tricks. And I don't think the gods are done playing tricks because I don't think they're just done.
So you think that the gods are affecting the regeneration again? Like maybe they affected Jodie into
not even regeneration. I think reality, because I don't even think we might have not even have seen a regeneration. I mean, yeah, we did, but it's just theory shit. I don't know.
You know what it is? I was showing Sharon what happened, and I'm watching the part with Jodie again, and he tells Jodie, "I love you," and she's like, I've never said that. And that goes back to the 10th Doctor when he had to tell Rose Tyler, well, if this is the last chance, I'm going to say it. Rose Tyler, and then the transmission cut off when he was going to tell her, I love you flat out. But it didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if that's the case, and he says to her, I love you, and then she's talking to him how, she needs to tell Yaz she loves her, and he's like, you never get to tell, you never tell her, but she knows. That could have been a subconscious thing to him replaying, telling Rose Tyler in his brain as he's regenerating, I love you, and then boom, he regenerates into the form of Rose Tyler.
Do you remember in The Girl Who Died, I think it was mentioned that Capaldi became Capaldi because it was to remind him that he was a good man.
And that he could save people. Yeah, he should
try
to
and
save everyone.
People.
And he questioned that in his first season. Am I a good man?
Yeah. And then it came out that the reason why he turned into Kekilius basically because that's who he played in Fires Upon
So
Pompeii.
he became the image of Rose Tyler to make sure he tells people he loves them, or
potentially, yeah.
Well, potentially, yeah. I don't think it's that because I think that's what Ncuti was supposed to be.
Yeah,
like,
and I also think that I'm sticking with the Bad Wolf angle of it. I think that it's
well. There was a line that Bad Wolf told the War Doctor that she said, "As the moment, either I'm from your past or your future." I get that mixed up, meaning that the Doctor maybe took the form of Bad Wolf.
Which I don't even have a problem with seeing Billy Piper again because the potential. So as much as I don't want Ncuti to be done because it's super quick and I think that's really stupid, but as much as that sucks, we still have David Tennant running around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which he made fun of. He's like, I thought you were that guy showing up again. Meaning David Tennant. That's what he used to say to Jodie.
I saw a blue person on Twitter go, oh, it could be the meddling monks doing all this fucking Billy Piper into regeneration. I'm like, no, the meddling monk wouldn't do this.
I just want to say the thing about the Ncuti because I saw, of course, I have haters and I have people that, you said you don't want to talk to me about Doctor Who anymore, right?
So okay, here's my angle, right? I wasn't saying that out of like disrespect. It's only
tell everybody the context of it because they don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So. Like, he has insider information. somehow, whatever. But he has been mentioning Billy Piper for weeks, and he's the only motherfucker I've heard that word from. I haven't heard her name in like years, or like from Doctor Who. But he's been mentioning that that's a rumor. It's a rumor. I haven't seen anything on my Twitter or anything of it.
And
then,
we've had it on the Real Whovians cast with Connor and Louie, right? And they were telling me that Billy Piper's a doctor, and I'm like, I don't want this to be. But yes, in all intents and purposes, the Real Whovians cast broke that before anybody.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, he has the entire information, and I love this show to death. So I don't want the entire information, because once he started to regenerate, I was like, Billy Piper. Thanks, Dad. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I don't want that anymore. Even though, like, my dad wants me to take this over, I don't want, like, this to be like, you could break news or anything. I don't want spoilers on here. Even though that might have been a rumor, but it was wasn't a rumor.
So you want to basically kept it as a surprise,
I guess.
How could you do a cast without having?
I don't know.
Well, I agree with some.
Connor breaks
spoilers.
news all the time, and everybody breaks the news all the time, though. There's going to be potential spoilers. You don't have to definitely spoilers. Well, it's not like I'm gonna. Okay, wait. It's not like you don't like that. So it's not like I'm gonna tell people that I know that are my sources, like from the BBC and everything. Hey, start talking to my son Joe and tell him everything, because you don't want to know that stuff, right?
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Because like it's just.
Yeah. One more thing about the Ncuti thing that you and I agree on. So there's going to be people. We're not perfect. I don't get everything 100% accurate. Okay. Yes, right about Joe Martin appearing. Yes, right about Jodie appearing. Yes, right about like just about every single thing, with the exception of yet, because it hasn't been announced yet about season 3. But Ncuti Gatwa himself said, "Hey, on Graham Norton, when I'm done with my play, I'm gonna film season 3," and he's happy about it. It wasn't fake. He was energetic. I'm gonna do the season 3. I'm gonna do the Christmas special. It was cut, and they cut it.
BBC is partly in charge of Doctor Who because of what they're doing, right?
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is,
because they don't.
No, but he knew he was gonna. He knew he was gonna film season 3. He knew it. He basically said, I could do the play. Once the play is done, I'm yours for 10 months, right? He didn't set up any movies he was gonna film, right? So if I'm reporting that he's going to be staying with season 3, and he's reporting he's staying with season 3, how the fuck am I wrong? And why how am I lying to my people? If the actor that's the doctor himself said it, shit changes. We don't know what happened, right? Exactly, 100%. We don't know what happened to where when he was done with the play, instead of filming season 3, now maybe it's the Disney Plus thing or whatever with Russell, but we don't know how he's ready to film, and instead of filming season 3, he's filming the regeneration in February. How did this happen?
There could be a potential that he does come back. I mean, maybe Billy Piper is like it's quite obvious that she's a whole new storyline. She's not really the Doctor. Like, she's setting up something more.
Well, let me ask you that, Connor. Remember how he was doing sex education and he couldn't film for the anniversary?
Yeah.
And they had to bring in David Tennant and Catherine Tate.
Right? Yeah.
So could this be a situation where he's telling everybody that he's gone, right? But he's not really gone. He's filming this big movie, right? And that they need somebody to step in while he's doing this, and then it all comes out he's really the Doctor still.
I mean, he was saying years ago that he wanted to do he wanted to do theatre work again. So it wouldn't surprise me if it like. I actually also can see a situation where Billy Piper is absolutely the stopgap between Ncuti ending and then him coming back, because like you said, with the whole Tennant thing, But will it happen that way? I don't know. I honestly.
Because why couldn't they just call the doctor? Why couldn't they just say she's the 16th Doctor? She's not the 16th Doctor.
Because she's not the 16th Doctor. That's why. And I think that.
But is she the Doctor? Period.
Well, that's what that's the big. I don't think that she.
Did he
she
get
is.
transported, and then she just appears?
Okay. I don't think it's that much because like they show the regeneration. Also to mention, this is one of the most beautifully shot like quote unquote regenerations we've gotten.
It's Disney money.
Well,
I know that.
The only downside is no Susan. Oh, after
Yeah.
was built, she was built
So
up.
could he be dreaming this?
Not necessarily
think it's
dreaming, but
dreaming.
I don't think I don't think it is a reality that.
Is this the same universe?
No, because he shifted it.
It shifted
He
the universe.
shifted it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. So
Watch
in
this,
other
ready?
words,
Hang on, I got a theory that just popped in my head. I gotta say it before I forget. We're in the different universe right now, so he shifts into fucking Rose Tyler, right? But our Doctor is still Ncuti, so we might see like a reality. I don't know, reality bending fucking season.
Could this be the him shifting the reality back into the gravity universe?
so yeah, we're not Mavity
Oh,
anymore.
wait a second.
Should he cure the Mavity thing?
He might have just did that.
My theory earlier, I came up with another wild one, was that
I didn't think about
since the 14th Doctor, we have been seeing like this whole thing that Marvel are doing recently about variants.
Yes.
We're seeing a variant Doctor. So when reality shifts, we go back to the actual Doctor, and it's Ncuti going on from the end of Jodie, and that's why Jodie appeared.
And he doesn't use the
What if
regeneration.
it's an alternate cut? He just goes, all right, I'll listen.
Wait, what?
I said, what if it's like an alternate scene where it drifts off from there? And it's like a split in the road. Like this is this reality, this is this reality, where she tells him not to do it, and he just listens to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, think about this.
Variant doctors, that's fucking fire. I don't care. That's so
But
sick.
think about that could be lead to Joe Martin.
She didn't know what bigeneration was.
No.
Jodie didn't know.
Yeah, Jodie didn't know. So it makes
Neither
it
did
makes
14.
Oh yeah. Jodie knew something how to do with the TARDIS that she didn't know.
But yeah, Ncuti knew it, but 14 didn't know it.
It makes me think
Because
that this isn't
they're
the
in
actual
the new reality.
This isn't the actual Doctor. Like the person we've been following since the end of the Giggle, possibly even further before, is not the Doctor.
I don't
What
want
do you
to
mean
say
that Jodie's the Doctor, but Tennant's not?
So Jodie is the last incarnation.
The Doctor. That's why
I don't
she
wanna think that,
manifested.
though. Nah. Because that's too much to me because there's so much emotional weight in the David Tennant stuff and in the.
Well, she was. Wait a minute. She was brought to stop him, right? And she says, "I can't do that."
Yeah.
She was brought to fix the timeline. By who?
And who's this
Also,
boss?
what about the boss, bro? We're not going to mention that.
What the fuck was that?
Who's this boss?
He goes, noted.
Yeah, hang on. When this boss
The
mentioned
same boss that's behind the Meep the
Boilermaker.
Meep is behind the
Yeah, because
No,
we
the
haven't
same-
never found
the
that out.
same boss behind Beep the Meep, who is potentially evil, is the boss behind the Time Hotel.
We've sometimes said the boss is the trickster.
Well, here's the thing. The boss obviously doesn't want Omega or the Ronnie to do anything, so that's why he allowed her to just intervene.
And the
do
master
we
couldn't.
think-
And then there's the master no longer bound.
The master is a tooth, right, that someone picked up.
Well,
I mean,
everyone predicted that was Mrs. Blood, though, didn't they?
I agree with Rifts in Time. I think if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be the Trickster.
And could this be why we have all these different realities?
Possibly.
And they didn't even say about Ruby's powers. He's like, yeah,
No.
you're special. What does that mean?
Well, they didn't even explain the
He's
snow in
a
the
fucking
TARDIS.
Time Lord, and he can't see that time's altered, but she can, and she's not a Time Lord.
And what about the snow in the TARDIS?
Because again, so this is the thing. This is like what I was saying. I was watching it with my girlfriend on Discord, but like my thing is like Ruby lived her whole life, but then it got shifted again.
Yeah.
So like we've seen different realities. Like She lived her whole life, so she has that shit already through. So
and she remembers
sees
now
it.
the
Yeah, she remembers
73
that.
yards.
Hang on, I've just thought something. When didn't Ruby's nan basically see Mrs. Flood as the Rani when the Rani kind of threatened her?
No.
Well, she kind of let the mask slip.
Yeah, that's what I
But,
meant.
I don't. She didn't really see it as the Rani. I wouldn't say.
Well, now that's funny how the Ronnie dies, and then she's like, I'm tired of 2 Ronnies anyway. Like, she's just a Ronnie still.
Well,
She's
yeah,
always been the Rani,
it's by generation.
But in other words, she's not really a servant. She was just acting that way.
She was just acting that way.
But why?
She's acting that way because the other one is just more angry and more like expressive.
So she's just saying, you're in charge, just like 14's just like 14's like, all right, you're the doctor now.
I mean, to be honest, it worked out in the
they're
end.
both the doctor. I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. They're both the doctor. They're both the doctor. They've earned it. They're great. They're both Ronnie.
I don't think by generation is going to stay around for long. I think
it's done now.
I think
but it could be tied to this reality. That reality split.
Yeah. So I think that I think the reality split. But also we could have seen. I mean, it might negate the whole Tennant thing. But I think up to a certain point, maybe the Ruby thing. But like the reality started to change, and you started to see that when Tennant was getting, or when Jodie was generating into Tennant, and the clothes just fucking changed.
Yeah, why did the clothes change?
I mean, Doctor Who is that kind of show where it takes you into a really weird reality, and then it can just instantly press the reset button, and then you've got to accept.
But didn't we say it was never confirmed that the toy maker altered the regeneration, right? Didn't we thought that was the case?
We did.
But that wasn't revealed.
The fact that it is people like the toy maker and Omega.
But the toy maker knew Donna Noble, so it's like, hey, I want to fight Donna Noble in the 10th Doctor. So didn't he influence that? He knew Donna Noble. How the fuck would he know that?
I don't think I don't think
everybody technically.
I don't think it's him. I think it's someone, this boss person or whatever. I think it's someone else we haven't yet seen.
Did anyone like did anyone like Conrad's payoff?
Yeah, I did actually.
I liked it because it's the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I thought that Ruby had the better story of the entire finale.
I think so too. Well, my dad was saying that she should have been like the original companion. I like Belinda. I love them both together.
Now.
Awesome. Yeah. And
you understand that?
Bro, listen. They just gave them a Barbie doll a week ago.
Yeah, and that's gonna blow up, and people are like, "Where's Ruby Sunday now?"
He's not gone, bro. They're
gonna be like, "Where's Ruby Sunday?"
Why did she say to the camera, "Oh, hello"? Who the fuck you talking to?
Yeah, the fourth wall. She broke the fourth wall again.
Not me.
But what I'm saying is, people in America are gonna get confused because everybody's going to buy that because they love her. Even though Russell fired her and then hired her back, she should have never been fired, period. She's a fucking amazing.
Showed that.
She's amazing. She's a fucking amazing. I'm sorry. And everybody agrees.
Yeah, I do.
And yes, I'm sorry. I do like Belinda also. I really like Belinda. In fact, just them together is fucking amazing. Both of them.
Yeah, them hugging while he's like leaving.
But you see how she was getting upset though when they were like, going to hold hands. Oh, we're gonna take Poppy everywhere, and she was getting mad.
And then she got mad when they couldn't remember Poppy.
No, but she got mad that they were. She was sort of getting jealous.
I don't think it was jealous.
No.
I mean, it might have been to an extent.
Definitely something.
Lifestyle, but it wasn't like the love thing. It was just
no. She's not in love with him, but that's her best friend, and now who's this bitch? Right.
Not even that. She loves Belinda. She was like just cuddling with her outside.
Well, now they do. Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm glad we got the Zero room back. At least we got that room mentioned again.
I just, you know what? I again, you like, and again, Joe knows because I was talking to him. I was done.
I told him.
I'm honestly done. Honestly done. And even with Sharon trying to convince me to watch it again, done. And then Hayden's in the Discord talking to me. He's like, bro, let's do another Whovians. I'm like, no, I'm done. And he's like, no, come on, bro. Like, all of us members, like, we want to do it again, bro. Like, I was like, look, just if you guys talk amongst yourselves and if you like do like a fucking democracy, like a vote, and you want to fucking bring the real Whovians back, I'll appear, but like, I really don't want to, right? But I'm not going to go against my group because if you guys want to do this, I'll do it. But like, that was the thing. Joe knows I was done. I was ready to get a box and pack up the TARDISes and all this Doctor Who stuff and put it away. What?
I thought that was ridiculous.
What is that?
That looks like a troll.
The chat.
Just delete
That
it.
looks like a troll, doesn't it?
Oh, so delete. Oh.
No, I just think, yeah, I'm on the high right now. I haven't accepted that he's been gone, but like talking about it and thinking about it has just been.
Well, again, I was done. I was just because I said it. I even when I was in the cast with Connor and Louis and Ray and I was like, don't do this, don't do the Billy. And then immediately he didn't. When I posted stuff to him, he did not like it. Like Russell, you always like my stuff, and I don't care if he got mad. But I felt that was wrong. We don't need to have. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying the Doctor can't be a female, but this soon.
Yeah,
I don't think
right away.
Problem though.
What?
But
it's not even the that's not even the thing of it is though. It's just the fact.
I love seeing Jodie though. I'm sorry. I love seeing Jodie back.
I was gonna say like you though, Joe.
I said she had good writing this time.
She did.
Yeah. I was gonna say like you though, Joe. No Daleks or Cybermen.
That's why I don't think he's done, bro. And
but
they cut
reality gets fucked up. But reality gets fucked up, and the Doctor that comes to stop him or help him is Jodie. Isn't that interesting?
Hang on a minute. I know.
Before the God thing got crazy, she's the Doctor. Before that,
could this reality also solve Davos being back in a chair?
Could this fucking? Oh my God! What up, man?
What do you think, you two?
About what? Sorry.
Do you think that this reality shift could also solve Davos going back into the chair?
I have no idea.
I think that whole thing, I think, is all conditions with the Mavity stuff. I think what Connor said when he was in here was like the whole that made sense.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole like him going back into that reality is him changing everything that they mixed up. Like not like bad, but like Mavity.
I want to return to say what I was saying. I wasn't going to do any more Whovians cast. I announced it was the final one. And Hayden's bringing it to my attention. You know, what if your whole group wants to do it? Is that really fair? Kind of. And it's not. It isn't. And that's why I talked to Joe, and I'm like, Joe, do you want to like be the host from now on and just do? I mean, I've talked to the kids about doing stuff, eventually, but Joseph and Anthony, and I asked Joe, and we want to do it occasionally, so right.
Yeah.
Or eventually you can do it or whatever. I don't care. I'm it's so fresh and painful to me. But at the same time, also, you guys think with the trolling that you're going to fucking, like, you're going to bounce back to Doctor Who because you're talking shit. And I don't like that. So, again, I blocked this person. What is going on here? Oh, God. This is what happens. There we go with the trolls coming into the thing. Anyway,
it doesn't exist.
Right. So anyway, going forward, the Real Whovians cast, majority rules voted. It's going to remain. Joe's going to be the host. And if I still watch Doctor Who, we'll see. I'll appear, but
we'll
see.
You will.
So. Well, it's just like one of them things in it. Like I'm like the land and sea thing. I'm still like I'm into
that.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think?
I think it looks good. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
It's also BBC and not Disney Plus.
How do we just stop this chat? I don't want anybody to see these chats. Like this is. Is this that same troll from before on Twitter?
If you pay mind to it, they'll keep doing it.
No, but I don't want people to see it. Do they see it? I don't know. You're the technical guy.
I mean,
Does it
if not, if
seem-
you delete it, but I'm just saying, giving attention to it.
All right. Yeah. So Joe is going to be hosting the Whovians and on my channel, and he's going to talk with everybody. I'm still going to do the everything show. We're going to start watching the MCU stuff and everything and get caught up with everything I missed for like 5 years. I feel like I've been in limbo for 5 years. But I'm going to try to get everything
I
back.
feel like we're going to be involved for more than 5 years after tonight's Doctor Who.
You know what it is? I mean, we discussed it, I think, right, Joe? Like that everything stopped when I had that job
Yeah.
for 5 years. That's when everything completely changed, where I missed everything. Because I used to go to movies every weekend, or mostly weekends. And then when I had to work weekends all the time, I couldn't go to movies anymore. And everything just kind of... So
Yeah.
that's where we figured it out. Not necessarily pandemic or whatever. It was that job. It was very taxing. So, yeah, and Joe set up a Discord. He's running my Discord, right?
Yep. Mitchler 2 and 2.
Yep.
You gotta
Joe's a
post the
YouTuber as
invites every now
well.
and again.
What's that?
I said you gotta post the invites every now and again.
Yeah, I gotta get better with that. Just like I got the intros for the shows, Ray's got to teach me how to do that.
Yeah, if you need any help, I'll do it for you, Joe.
My
You
son
know me.
Anthony doesn't want Doctor anymore, but he used to love it too. But
Yeah.
he got turned off by stuff. So
I think
He liked Capaldi and he didn't watch Capaldi's regeneration. So his doctor is still Capaldi.
Yeah.
Capaldi never regenerated for him.
well, I'm not really. It seems like the Doctor's games get shafted a lot because Capaldi was meant to stay, he got shafted. Jodie wanted to stay, but she got pregnant because it wasn't her fault. But you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna say, look, I'm just annoyed, and again,
I'm not annoyed
I feel
anymore.
no. I'm upset we don't have shooting.
No,
I'm really
I don't
upset
believe that we don't.
because
I am hardcore because of everything that they've been doing, and like I said, the YouTube channel and everything else. He's still here. He's not going.
That's what I'm saying. Everything that I was told has been right, with the exception of him leaving, right? And this doesn't make sense to me that he's gone, and it doesn't make sense to me
too
because
quick.
Russell, I knew stuff, and everybody could tell by going to the Whovians cast, all the stuff I called, right, from all my multiple sources. Even Joe said he don't want to talk to me anymore because I know so much, right? This is real. Like I have sources, and everything I've been right about, except lately, except Ncuti leaving, right? But then they won't call her the doctor. So if she's not the doctor,
He's not the
Ncudi's
doctor.
still the doctor, technically. And then all this stuff about Russell gave in to Ncuti and wrote this fucking magnificent script where he's fucking fighting Davros and the Daleks. He's fighting the Cybermen. Like the Selene was going to come in that season. And then Moffat secretly writing the sequel to Blink and talking in code to everybody and saying, oh, the Well is better than Blink. And, oh, the Whovians mentioned Blink in fucking Lux. And they kept saying Blink, 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 Blink. It's because it's in code. He wrote the script for a sequel to Blink. Jesus. But nobody gets it for years. And just like the Christmas special that he wrote, and I think Russell wrote together. Like, all this shit was supposed to take place. So I just don't think it's going to get thrown in the garbage. I don't think that, I still feel, I don't give a fuck that he regenerated. I don't care, because if she was the doctor, definitively, and Ncuti wasn't gone, then it would say 16th Doctor. And maybe he is doing a movie. And maybe they said, maybe this is a plan from Russell all along to say, yeah, let's let them think it's a regeneration. Because it's really the gods playing tricks. Because he's got to do this major movie, and he's still under contract with us. So fuck it. They won't know if he's going to film a whole fucking season. Fuck it. Let's just trick everybody. Just like we made everybody believe that it was a Doctor Who was a series and an episode. These are Whovians. And we just pissed people off. And it wasn't. It was to trick the gods.
Yeah.
Did you?
Because Belinda, I'm sorry, Belinda was not the mother of Poppy. Period. She lived in a place where all the doctors lived. She didn't live in a home taking care of Poppy. That was bullshit. Bullshit. And even Ruby said that Poppy was from Space Babies.
And if you think, and what's her name, oh,
Time was being rewritten. Time was being rewritten where all those scenes were added. I got to get home to Poppy. She never said that.
No.
Never fucking said that.
What pissed me off as well was the 5 minutes that Rose Noble was in the fucking episode.
Because he didn't believe in trans people, Conrad. So she was erased. And then the moment he fixed it, she appears again.
Yeah. He didn't believe in gay people or anything like that. That's why, like, but he also, like, was doing the thing about people with families and everybody has somebody.
It's funny how they both took off on Christmas Eve. The Roddy. Like, the Roddy took off. She's like, I took off. It's Christmas. It's like, you should have followed him to the hotel.
Even Ronnie believes in Christmas.
Yeah, man. And then she's like, you're my neighbor. No, you're my neighbor. And she's like, oh, I had to move next to the blonde. Like in the thing for blondes. And she's like, what? What's that? I like that scene. That was hysterical.
Made me laugh when she did the mail. I thought you'd be dead by now.
I know. I did like that. I did like Mel and her. Because I was watching that the other day and I was trying to get Sharon into it. Like the fucking Roddy fighting like Mel. And she's like, It's like, I can't. Yeah.
No. Near enough in the same clothes, though, again.
She made her do a hair like that. Like that was ridiculous.
The episode was great. I don't care.
Yeah. I did like the episode. I liked everything in that.
What? Do you think if we actually get rid of Lorani, or do you think we'll keep her now? Again.
We're still keeping her.
I liked that Ronnie that got eaten. I did like her. Huh?
I think she's done. I think we're gonna get Flood for a while. Again.
Well, maybe reality's altered where she's. I mean,
I think that's still the Ronnie.
Will she become that Ronnie again?
I don't think it's that altered. Everything still happened. It's just altered in little ways.
So, like, is the Ronnie in? She was eaten by Omega. So, is she in the antimatter universe now? Was she dead?
I think Ronnie's just dead.
I like that Ronnie. Fuck.
I did too.
I liked her. She's great.
She was like Sasha Dewan's master.
That was a shit. I'm sorry, but if you watched Omega from old, that's an embarrassment. Them being that creature.
Yeah.
That was too. Why they gotta be creatures? Like Sutek's got to be a dog. Sutek wasn't a dog.
Sense. They made it make sense.
Like they got to be deities, like animals.
That's what this whole 2 seasons are about.
I know.
He's in the antimatter universe where you can become anything. He literally said that, and he became the legend of what Omega is.
Right.
He's an all-living, no-body living being, God of all gods.
He's a monster. He's a fucking goddamn fucking creature, right?
That was great. I was like really confused from it because I was like, "Oh no, it's not even him; it's somebody else." But it was him. Like he said, it's a living manifestation of evil. Like
correct.
He's what Omega is.
You know, I said Shirley's wheelchair turned into Johnny English for a minute with a fucking.
Well, she had that before, though.
Yeah,
she had that with David Tennant.
Yeah,
she had that before.
Yeah,
he's not done.
David Tennant's not done. I don't care what anybody says.
No, David Tennant's not done, obviously, but like, he's never gonna be done because he's always gonna be the Doctor now. But Ncuti's still here. I'm convinced 100% Ncuti is still here. Like whatever.
Well, you're gonna have a lot of people fighting with you about that because they don't think.
I don't care.
Some people think that it's a meddling monk doing all this. Some people think it's a Valeyard.
I don't even think that. They're going to do the Valeyard later with him. They have to do it with Ncuti because that with him in the intergalactic song contest, perfect.
He was becoming Valeyard like
he
that.
Has to become a Valeyard.
He thought Belinda's dead. He's fucking ready to kill this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Torture him like just beyond belief. Just not even kill him. Just torture him forever.
Yeah.
He was
3 trillion people.
He was going to torture him. He was going to stand there, torture him, heal him, torture him, regenerate, do it 3 trillion 800 billion times. Literally. Literally.
Mm.
And the moment he saw Belinda was alive, that was the end of that. Stop
The
that.
moment the YouTube channel changes and they officially put in writing that she is the 16th Doctor, I'm not believing it.
Well,
They
it's
might-
funny because the Ronnie even gave an intro. You were watching.
Introducing as Ronnie.
No, she's like, you are watching the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. You see that one?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, she did that. Yeah.
Until they do. I mean, I'll look at it again.
But Missy
but
did that
until they
too,
do.
though, once. Yeah.
Well, Missy did it too, but I'm saying the Doctor is always like the original, like the Doctor does it.
Well, unless
Yeah.
it's the War Doctor or the Fugitive Doctor, then it's just like no number, just a name.
Joe Martin is going to be back too. They love her. Everybody loves Joe Martin. We just don't want her to be the first Doctor. That's all. But now her storyline's even more because if it's another universe,
We've gone back into
Shifted.
the universe, which is
I mean, if the universe is shifted, then we don't like.
We don't know how much has shifted.
We have no idea. We don't know if it's because again, Belinda was not the mother of Poppy. She wasn't.
Well,
She wasn't. No
don't
way.
know that.
There was no way she was. She was living like in a dorm with all doctors, but she would be like she would have a home with
In that
Poppy.
reality.
and that doesn't make sense that the
But
dad is
that's
the
what
one
I'm saying,
that
that-
treated her
that-
badly.
That's why when they changed back, they showed
Time
every
was
fucking time she said she wanted to go back. She's like, "Hey, my daughter's at home."
But that one didn't happen in the original timeline.
Obviously, but that's
So
not
now
the,
that there was
technically-
ripples. It was
technically
ripples.
it's not the original timeline.
Technically, you're right. This is not the original
This
timeline.
is not.
We're in a new
Gravity.
timeline now.
We're going back to gravity.
Maybe.
No,
We're
we
going
are.
back to gra-
100%.
we
There's
got-
no fucking way.
I think we're going back to
So,
gravity,
if
but I
that,
think we're
so,
going to have more
so
underlying
that means
changes.
that the whole. So then 14's not here.
Hang on.
14 is here. I'm saying certain things happen, but they shifted everything back to like the original shit.
So then the Mavity thing is done.
So
Let him.
So do we think that this could be the where Boeing regenerating the Ncuti properly? Because technically Ncuti came out earlier than he expected, didn't he?
We don't know.
Really,
He's
we have
couldn't
shift.
explain by generation. I don't even understand it. I try to think I knew what it was, but I'm wrong.
I'm also trying to figure out if he's lying, if he lied about her being full human.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
No, she's human.
But the
How do you
doctor
know?
lies sometimes, though.
Well, all right, think about this now.
Rule number
Right.
1: the Doctor lies.
Well, wait a minute. Think about this now, right? If Poppy gets abducted into space, let's say somebody kidnaps Poppy like they kidnapped Belinda. Belinda's going to go chasing after Poppy, so maybe Mundy Flynn is really Belinda. and
Looking
she's
for Poppy.
Poppy.
Literally, what I thought was when they were in the zero room, I thought that box was
There's
going
a
to
reason why there were exact DNA.
They want you to think about this shit because he's not gone. Too many weird shit with this God fucking season shit, bro.
Well, I got to tell you right now, it would make all these bad Whovians shut the fuck up that he's gone and he quit and everything. No, I'm saying he could just film and fuck them without the hassle.
some people think they forgot.
First, I'm
Pride,
sorry. I love Ncuti Gatwa as a doctor, and I don't give a fuck. You know me. I don't give a fuck what people say that they don't like him. They're idiots. They're fucking idiots. You like him?
I liked him. I loved him.
Good.
Fuck that. Guy's fucking amazing.
He's one of the best we've gotten.
You want to fuck? He's great. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
That's
And
why.
again, I'm sorry.
Unleashed. Jody even said he's one of the best.
Yeah. Yes.
I love
Jodie
how
too.
I love the 5 minutes of Jodie we got was the best one we had.
I love Jodie too. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I was wrong when she got picked. I was pissed and flipping out. But after so long before she even started, once I saw her, I loved her. I just didn't like Chibnal.
Yeah, she was good. She was a good doctor.
I
Same
like
thing
her.
with Capaldi. They both like got better with time, but like they
Well,
just
But the TARDIS recognizes her to bring in no other doctor.
I think also what Goldie was actually went and watched all the Doctor Who shows before the second
She
series.
watched it afterwards, when
Yeah.
after the first season. Yes, she
So,
cared.
yeah,
Yeah.
she
Listen,
didn't care what
when-
she didn't care what Chibnal said, did she? She was like,
No,
I'm
she
going to watch
didn't.
them, and then she understood,
Correct.
after that how to
And she got
play
better.
the part properly.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also in the pandemic, she was in her fucking pantry filming shit just to make kids feel better about themselves with Doctor Who. She didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's why I love her, because she didn't have to do that. She really helped everybody during the pandemic and all these Whovians when everybody was in lockdown. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. People freaking out. She really helped these kids. She really cared.
Her baby's going to be lucky having her as a thing. They're going to adopt the Doctor as a fucking better mother.
I'm sorry. She was great. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just more pissed. Like I said, I'm more pissed off that Susan has got no fucking end.
I don't understand what that is either. I mean,
Because
you
it's not
built this
done.
up for what? Now she didn't appear because probably season 3.
Because I think it's more of a thing of her alerting him, like the same thing with Jodie was, alerting him that this is not what's supposed to be happening. And he's
right
headed
now
down
the reality
wrong side.
shifted. Now it's shifted to something else.
So do you think he'll go looking for her still, or do you think
Has to
we
be.
won't see her again?
Well, no, now it's not because she's. I mean, if she's Billy Piper, then she's not going to look for
Not
her
Billy
now.
Piper. I'm holding on to that. He's not Billy
I'm
Piper.
just going to say I don't want.
Nothing
I love
against
Billy
it.
Piper as Rose Tyler, and I love
No,
her as
I
Bad
wouldn't even
Wolf.
mind if it is. I just don't believe it because of how different and weird the circumstances are. No YouTube channel, no official announcement, no lead up talk about it at all. No introducing as a doctor. Like
We were the only ones that started that.
Yeah. Even on the Twitter it says goodbye to Sri Gatwa, the 15th Doctor, and LL2, and it didn't even say
Welcome Billy Piper. It didn't say what the fuck she was.
It just said LL2, does it?
When John Hurt appeared, it's like, this is the Doctor and shit.
Yeah. It said introducing Billy Piper, and that's it.
Introducing John Hurt as the Doctor. It's like, what the fuck? Joe Martin, the Doctor.
Do you think we could get? I know it's a fetch thing, so I know I'm going to probably be wrong, but do you think we'll get a thing like Paul McGandy where it was like people on with Sisters of Khan?
Oh,
where
short?
Yeah, and then we'll get like a little short of Billy Piper going into and be like, "This is how we introduce Billy Piper as the next thing."
No,
I don't even think we're going to get that. Though. I don't think it's. I think this is.
We may get it with Joe Martin.
The reality to us. Because we're seeing what the reality is not. I think we're going to start seeing it through Ruby's eyes. I mean, if Ruby comes back. But I think we're going to start seeing it as Ruby sees it. And he's still going to be.
What, you think Ruby's still going to be in it?
I hope so. I don't see what else she's
doing. I mean, that's the weirdest thing. She got a Barbie, now she's gone.
They both did a week ago.
That's so weird.
It's just weird that Billy Piper and David Tennant are the doctors, technically.
Yeah, like if she is, that's fine. Like I love Billy Piper, I love Rose. Like if you got to see them both interact together again after 15 years, that'd be fantastic. But
it's not.
I just don't think
Tyler,
it is. No, yeah, but still,
it's
still be her. But it's just the two actors.
Maybe you know what it could be. Maybe it is Rose. From when she absorbed the time vortex, being all throughout time, and it's just not the Doctor. And
they said that
somewhere else.
Wolf.
Yeah, Bad Wolf.
But I don't think that because they show the regeneration.
It's gonna be funny though. David Tennant's in roles that if well,
he doesn't have the memories of Ncuti. He's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" If you have 14 to encounter Billy Piper, Bad Wolf.
No. The foreign will probably be like, I thought you were in a parallel universe. He'll
know she has two hearts immediately, but he's not gonna. He's not gonna understand.
He'll know it's the Doctor.
Yeah, he'll know immediately. You don't want to understand it. Yeah.
But yeah. Final thoughts.
I'm
literally just saying it's still Ncuti. That's it. That's my final thoughts.
Final thoughts is
still my Doctor.
Final thoughts is my source didn't say anything differently about Disney Plus, so it's still on Disney Plus. And there. I don't think they're dropping Doctor Who at all. And I'm gonna say that we're gonna see Ncuti again.
Okay. Ray?
Well, I'm hoping that we get some kind of resolution to all this. Even if it's like 3 specials again, just something to like make us go, all right, this is what they were gearing us towards, you know. And if it is she, and if she comes back after the 3 specials, then we know, oh, it was just like a placemat, you know. Like,
It's a bait. It's a bait.
Yeah, basically. But do you think
What,
we
like
could get 3
clickbait?
specials?
No, click. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what it all is. Like, it's just to grab people to
So-
come in and
Yeah,
like
some-
pay
So this
attention.
is so in other words, this could be a manipulation towards the ratings for everybody to watch. this
Yeah,
episode,
that's
so
what
it
some-
goes through the
that's
roof,
why I
so that
saw-
way it can
that's-
get renewed on season 3 of Disney Plus.
That's why I heard someone say earlier. I
Gimmick.
heard someone. Oh yeah, I heard someone say they probably announced Billy Piper to go to let everyone talk while it's off. Going, what the fuck have they done for Billy Piper? And then
So
everyone
if this
talking about
went
it again.
viral, then this would be the highest ratings ever.
'Cause it's
And
Billy
then
Piper.
Disney Plus would be like, oh, well, yeah, Doctor Who, of course.
Shoot, you already
I
posted
know he
goodbye
did.
video.
I know he did.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah,
We're all well
but
aware of that.
Again,
We're all aware of that. We're well aware of that. Believe me when I tell you, I seen everything after.
you don't think
The real
Disney
movie.
Plus has the like backup to like plan ahead
Yeah.
on the stories that they want to tell? You don't think Disney Plus has the authority to go to Graham Norton and say, cut that fucking clip because we don't want
I
people
think
to
it was
believe he's
Disney
come back?
Plus. I think it was Disney Plus. I don't think it was Russell, and I don't think it was BBC. I think it was Disney Plus.
No, I think it was
100%.
Russell a part of it, 100%.
Well, yeah, I
Russell
think
wasn't part of it.
Russell made them. Well, maybe Russell made them cut it, but
But still, I think it was cut because they didn't want people to say he was filming season 3.
which
All right.
again, I mean, that's it. I think it's too soon. I still don't believe it. To me,
I think it's
Even
still
though-
too soon. 3 years off.
Because he
Well,
literally
three
said he
dogs
was going to do
after.
it forever.
huh?
He literally said he would do it as long as he can. He
Well,
made up some
he-
bullshit excuse about his knees.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, if you think about
That's
it, what's
such
the name?
bullshit.
If you think about
I
it,
was
also,
laughing when he said
Yeah.
that.
what's the name also
That's
said
bullshit.
what's the name also said he'd do it forever, and then when Karen
Oh,
and
that was Capaldi, right?
yeah, and the Matt Smith.
Oh, yeah, too.
Well, no, they asked Matt Smith recently, and he said, yeah, absolutely. Karen Gill. Well, Karen Gill. Okay,
Well, they
so
all said yes.
all right, so remember. All right, so before we go, I had stated on here when he took Joe Martin to dinner and asked her to come back. She said yes. I said Russell took Jodie. She said yes. He did take Karen Gillan out to dinner and Jenna Louise Coleman out to dinner for them to come back at some point in time also. So
Yeah, but it could
we
just
will-
be the 20th anniversary thing.
we will
next week.
see, and also, Moffat had said to Russell that you got your guy as buddies. That you got your guy to do specials. What about my guy, meaning Matt Smith? And it's implied that there would, in the future, there would be a thing with Matt Smith with his companions filming something. So not definite because he's doing the Game of Thrones prequel, but he is open to returning. And if the Doctor could revisit old faces, we could see that
As he
again.
should.
But and again, he don't take people out to dinner just to take them out to dinner. It's always business purposes, and they're going to return. So everybody that's he's taken out to dinner so far has returned. So
Do you think we will see Matt Smith at some point if he doesn't get
100%,
on hiatus?
100%, we're going to see Matt Smith again as the Doctor.
I think it's going to be a whole, yeah, because even now that Russell's in charge, he's just going to do everything.
Moffat,
Well,
look, here's the thing. Moffat's his best friend. Moffat wants it. And then also, Matt Smith kind of owes Moffat because Moffat had a whole year worth of scripts that he could not use because he left. So, again, if Matt Smith came back for a little bit, you could pop out some scripts and modify it. All right, we're out, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Great job, Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, great job.
All right, the Real Whovians cast continues with Joe as the host.
Passing
wanna
the
say-
torch.
You want to
Take
say
care, bye
your
for now.
end? Say it again.
What?
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.